Right now, live at 5.
The city of Duluth focused on certain roads. Many residents are left to manage their own roads and sidewalks.
Plus, a look at Superior's timeline for getting their roads back in shape. And snow and wind forced Bentleyville to pull the plug on their holiday light display early this year.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Welcome to the CBS3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look at road conditions tonight from our mobile weather lab. Right now, it's cruising around Mesaba and Arrowhead, two of Duluth's major roads that city crews have been focused on their plowing efforts today. Snow has been falling throughout much of the day today, and many community members are still digging out. Good evening, and thanks for joining us. I'm Briggs LaSavage. Kristen is off tonight. This year, the city of Duluth announced a snow emergency plan, but even with last night and today's snowstorm, they have yet to call one. CBS 3's Larissa Millis spoke with the city today about their snowplow staffing and emergency plan. She's live out in Duluth for us. Larissa, what's it like out there right now, and what did the city have to say?
Yeah, Briggs, I'm here in the Indian neighborhood, and as you can see behind me, this is a residential road that the city hasn't touched yet. Now, according to the city, around 2 a.m. this morning is when the crews started plowing the streets. They have their full crews, but according to city policy, they won't start plowing residential roads until the snow stops, and until then they will only focus on the main busiest roads. Kate Vandale with the city says the full plow crew was prepared and ready to go as soon as the storm began. And there are even people on standby from other departments in case extra assistance is needed. However, she says the city doesn't think they'll have to. That's one of the main reasons the city hasn't called for a snow emergency. Vandale says there are several factors the city takes into consideration when deciding whether to call an emergency, including timing of the storm, staffing, and advice from the National Weather Service.
With this storm, it was really going to start overnight, and so we really didn't feel the need to issue a snow emergency because we had that full crew ready to come, because we've had our main roads been able to been kept open during this time.
Vandale says there are more than 120 miles of snow emergency routes in the city, most of which include heavily trafficked roads like 4th Street and Woodland. They're marked with new signs this year. Even when a snow emergency isn't called, those types of roads are the first the city plows. Now, according to the city, they will eventually get to these residential roads, but it's unlikely that that's going to happen until tomorrow. Again, they won't touch these residential roads until the snow completely stops. And since weather forecasters are saying that that might not be until later tonight or tomorrow morning, they're not going to be getting to any roads like this behind me until that happens.
So, Larissa, how many different snowplow crews does the city have in place?
Yeah, they have 2 snowplow crews, which they say are both fully staffed. The first one shift starts at 2 a.m. The other one comes in later in the day, and they're both fully staffed again, working nonstop while all of this snow is happening to get the roads clear.
All right, a lot of work to be done. Thanks, Larissa. Coming up tonight at 6, we'll hear from some Duluth residents about their experiences clearing the snow away on their residential streets. Meanwhile, the Minnesota State Patrol has been busy as crash numbers pile up. So far, statewide, around 230 crashes and more than 200 vehicles off the road have been reported. 26 people were hurt. Luckily, no one has died. Dave joins us now for a quick look at the weather. Dave, a lot of us still dealing with those messy roads tonight.
Yeah, and hopefully we'll start to see the snow ease up and finish up at as early as 6 o'clock tonight. That's when all of our alerts and advisories and warnings are going to expire. But they are still in effect until 6 p.m., so let's see what we have out there. Much of our region covered by a winter storm warning in effect until 6 p.m. From Two Harbors to Grand Portage up the North Shore, straight up blizzard warning until 6 o'clock. The winds are high enough to be considered a blizzard there. Then you get to Ashland County and Iron County in Wisconsin, winter weather advisory in effect until 6 o'clock. But in the UP, their winter weather advisory has already been lifted, so that's a sign that things are easing up. And if it doesn't end by 6 o'clock, the snow hopefully will end by midnight, and then things will dry up. So hopefully those residential streets could get finished up overnight here tonight. Here's a look at the latest radar map, and it shows Our low pressure system that was so potent earlier this morning is now starting to wheeze and gasp just a little bit. But in its wake, it indeed has left roads less than perfect around our region. South of Duluth, well, we have some just scattered slippery spots. Road crews are catching up south of the Twin Ports and over towards the snow belt, but the heart of the region still looking at completely covered roadways in Minnesota and Wisconsin and a slice of the UP. Do drive cautiously. Tonight after midnight, yeah, I do think that snow is going to be gone by then. It'll become a little bit clearer, mostly cloudy to partly cloudy and cooler with a low near zero. Tuesday already, though, there's another low pressure system lurching its way towards us from Wyoming, which brings back an 80% chance for afternoon snow. Will it be as potent as today's or just a little bit more mellow? I'll talk about which way that's going to go coming up in a few more minutes.
Hey, thanks, Dave, and good reason to move tonight's snow quickly. Cars were slipping and sliding near the Blotnick Bridge this afternoon. Around 1:30, several vehicles spun out as they exited from Garfield onto I-535. We don't know if anyone was hurt. And over in Superior, snow crews have been out all day clearing the roads. They're expecting most roads to be cleared this evening thanks to extra holiday staffing. However, Superior's mayor is still asking you to stay home if possible.
You should still stay home if you can. This is a great day to just make some hot chocolate, eat what's left of the Christmas cookies, and let us get the rest of it handled.
This is Superior's first year using GPS trackers on their plow trucks, so anyone can now see where the plows are in real time. Due to the winter storm, the DEC's COVID testing site was closed today, potentially impacting a lot of people. While it's normally closed on Mondays, DEC officials added December 27th so people returning from holiday gatherings could get tested for the virus. So far, the DEC will be open for COVID testing tomorrow. A reminder that we always have community closure information on our website, CBS3Duluth.com, under the weather section. And new at 5, the CDC is recommending shorter COVID isolation and quarantine times. People with the virus can leave isolation now after 5 days if they test negative and don't have any symptoms. That's down from 10 days before. People exposed to the virus can also leave quarantine after 5 days. In both cases, though, you're supposed to wear a mask for 5 additional days. CDC officials say the new guidance keeps with growing evidence that the coronavirus is most infectious in the 2 days before and 3 days after symptoms onset. A Minnesota man who went into a rage after being told to wear a mask has been sentenced. The 61-year-old from Hutchinson pleaded guilty to both first and second-degree assault for the April incident. It happened at a Menards store in the Twin Cities. He's accused of hitting the lumber store employee multiple times in the head with a piece of wood. The employee wouldn't check him out unless he put on a mask. Then he later hit an officer on the head with a hammer and dragged him with his truck. He was recently sentenced to a year in prison, 10 years of probation, and community service. Still to come on Live at 5, with all this fresh snow, you might be itching to get outdoors and hit the slopes. Details on a ski hill passport program as we take you around the Northland after the break.
Get your news on the go, the CBS3 mobile app.
At Prime Appliance, you don't have to shop early to enjoy huge savings because our Black November sale continues through the end of December. Get a Frigidaire gas or electric range in stainless, your choice, for $7.98. Or get this 5 cubic foot chest freezer from Frigidaire for just $2.49. Or get this stainless steel Amana over-the-range microwave hood, just $1.99. Financing always available. Take it home today or set up delivery. Prime Appliance is the best place to buy your appliances. Let us prove it to you.
We've got new information now explaining why.
Why should ordinary Americans care what's happening here in Ukraine?
Deep divisions remain.
Elizabeth, why did they kick you out?
They are expecting public unrest.
Why are they releasing these videos now?
Police are pushing us back.
We found one hell of a story of survival.
That's why you have to do your own research to get to the truth.
Kristen Vaki is as local as our evening news.
I'm from here. This is my home. I learned how to do a left-handed layup right there. At that hoop, that exact hoop.
Covering the communities she calls home too.
You know, there's nothing phony about it. That's who she is. She's just a natural at it, so I enjoy watching her because she's so good at what she does.
Leaders at Hibbing Taconite are scrambling at the Menorca Mining family heritage and iron mining history.
For everything local, watch Kristen Vaki on Live Local CBS 3.
Mining. It's a part of Minnesota's history that affects everyone in the Northland still to this day. From environmental issues to economics and so much more. Join me, Kristen Bakke, every Tuesday for Eye on Mining, a fair and unbiased report that answers the tough questions surrounding the world of mining.
Eye on Mining with Kristen Bakke. Tuesdays at 10 only on Live Local CBS3. Brought to you by Range Regional Airport. Stay connected to Live Local CBS3. Check out our exclusive content on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as our mobile app, and join the conversation on today's big stories.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News, live at 5. Here's a live look over Duluth tonight. That dark spot over there is Bentleyville. The snow and the wind mean the holiday light show won't be holding its season finale tonight. They said it's just too dangerous for visitors, their volunteers, or just really anybody to be out on the roads. They're not planning to reschedule, but they say they will reopen next November. Dave will be in with this week's full forecast in just a few minutes. But first, let's take a look around the region. Well, it's almost time to hit the trails in Wisconsin, and the Hibbing Chamber of Commerce is getting the community together next week. All of that and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city. We start across Minnesota tonight with a fun-filled program for the kids. If you're still wondering what to do over winter break and loving all this fresh snow, the Minnesota Ski Areas Association's 4th grade passport might be a solution. Passports are only $35 and include at least 2 free lift tickets to more than a dozen ski hills around the state. Here in our area, Chester Bowl and Giants Ridge are offering unlimited lift passes. For more details on the program, we'll have a link on our website. And next we head over to Iron County, Wisconsin with good news for winter enthusiasts over there. The Iron County Forestry and Parks Department announced today that the snowmobile and winter ATV-UTV trail will reopen for the season at 8 a.m. on Wednesday. The trails closed earlier this month due to unseasonably warm temps and rain. We'll have a link to the trail conditions on our website. And we wrap up in Hibbing, Minnesota tonight, where the Chamber of Commerce is inviting the community to get together next Wednesday, January 5th at 7:45 a.m. Residents are invited to gather at the Hibbing Chamber of Commerce office for coffee and conversations. The Chamber is hosting that event to network with the community and hear from residents as we start the new year. If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email and it might be featured as we go around the Northland, city by city. Still to come on Live at 5, today feels like winter, but that wasn't the case earlier this month. Some new details after a tornado swept central Wisconsin after the break.
The snow total at Duluth International Airport hit 8.2 inches today, and some other towns did better than that, some just a little bit less. I'll talk about snow totals for today and potential totals for tomorrow afternoon as we go into round 2 of this winter business. Yeah, all of a sudden it is winter. Great news for some folks, a pain in the neck for others. We'll show you the 7-day forecast on how many more snow chances will be coming with us in the next 7 days right after this break.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
At the DTA, we're making your bus ride even safer. You can now buy your ticket anytime, anywhere, using the new MyDTA app for mobile fare payment and trip planning. Contactless, safe, convenient.
Ring in 2022 with the biggest cash bash of the year. New Year's Eve hot seats and drawings at Black Bear Casino Resort. On New Year's Eve from 5 p.m. until 2 a.m. New Year's morning, 2 hot seat players each hour will win up to $1,000 cash. And 5 drawings each hour will start the new year off right for the lucky winners with up to $10,000 cash. That's 70 winners for a grand total of over $75,000 cash. Earn entry starting December 26th. Visit BlackBearCasinoResort.com for more information and make the Bear your place to ring in 2022.
Make organizing your home your first New Year's resolution with Menards Storage Products. Start by organizing your wardrobe with Dakota Closets, fully customizable wooden closet systems. Or add Dakota decorative shelving. You'll get a $1 rebate for every foot purchased. Seal up your holiday decorations or other valuables with storage crates and totes. And keep them all organized with a new shelving unit. Menards has all the storage solutions to simplify your life inside and out.
Save big money at Menards.
I'm Nora O'Donnell in our nation's capital.
We're here at the White House with the President of the United States.
Thanks for having me.
Our exclusive access to the presidential platform. We will witness yet another moment in history.
The CBS Evening News with Norah O'Donnell from Washington, D.C.
Join us weeknights. We're live at 5 as we go around the Northland, city by city.
When severe weather hits, tune to CBS3 for up-to-date coverage morning and night.
If you're buzzed and doing this to make yourself feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive.
Get your news on the go, the CBS3 mobile app. Now, the CBS3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, of course, our snow hasn't quite stopped yet, so this look at snow totals is a bit preliminary. And, of course, in the bigger towns, totals range a little bit. So Proctor's reporting 10 inches. Some parts of Duluth about 8. Kenwood neighborhood going towards 11, maybe even 12. But some neighborhoods over the hill in Duluth are saying 10 at the moment. So, yeah, there's some variation there. Foxborough, Wisconsin, 9.5. Coudray, 9. Ironwood, 6.7. So the snow belt wasn't as snowy as it could have been. Superior, at least South Superior, getting towards Amicon Falls, 6 inches. Cook up north, 6 inches. Webster towards the snow belt, only 4, at least so far. Because some towns, especially to the east, may get a little bit more. And some towns to the west, well, they're starting to wrap up. And if the snow wraps up, of course, then at least here in Duluth, the plow crews will get out and do the residential streets. So we're hoping for it to end. Right now at the airport in Duluth, looks like it has ended. We have a mostly cloudy sky, but no snow falling from it at the moment. Current temp 12. Wind westerly 24 miles per hour, but that should ease up after midnight. Relative humidity 80%. And wind chill factor, you already have to deal with that with the wind going westerly 24 miles an hour. It feels like 8 below. Later on this week, actual morning air temperatures will go below 0. But current temperatures, 21 International Falls, 14 Hibbing, but a positive number, 10 in Cloquet, 12 for Two Harbors. Wisconsin and Michigan numbers, they're going from 12 in Solon Springs to 19 in La Pointe. And for the Upper Peninsula, 19 to 24 degrees. But again, a cool down is coming. Perhaps not tonight, but as early as Wednesday, Arctic air comes to call here in our region. Doppler map shows our low pressure system is fizzling and fading away, but still kicking out a couple of snow showers here and there, especially in the arrowhead of Minnesota. A little bit in the northwestern parts of Wisconsin and the head of the lakes here too. Getting towards the UP, not so much in the way of snow at the moment. A few more hours is possible, but again, as early as 6 o'clock, it may start to ease up for a lot of our locations as well, as our low pressure system here moves its way towards the east. But now our attention is focused on another one coming out of the Wyoming region. This one will bring us an 80% chance for some snow tomorrow. Before Wednesday, Arctic high pressure from Canada knocks our temperatures down. So how much snow from the second go around tomorrow? I think the latest charts indicate we could go about 2 to 4 inches for many of our towns and 3 to 6 up towards International Falls and maybe around the North Shore as well. Not as big as today's, but it does mean more shoveling coming our way. Getting the forecast map into motion, it's the afternoon tomorrow when we'll see the best chance for that snow to return. That gives way towards the Arctic air coming in on Wednesday and will clear up the sky but knock down our temperatures. About 10 above will be the best we can manage for our highs once we get towards that time period, and overnight lows may go towards 10 below. Tonight, temperatures will be reasonably mild, but a little bit brisk perhaps, especially inland. Could be 5 below inland Minnesota, 5 above by the lake, and the snow should be gone by midnight, and we're left with a mostly cloudy but dry sky. Same deal for Wisconsin and Michigan with lows there, 3 below down towards Hayward, maybe as warm as 7 above around Ironwood and Bessemer. Tomorrow, Wisconsin, Michigan high temps run 25 to 27. That's a little warmer than normal. And there's a 70% chance for that 2 to 4 inches of snow to return to that neck of the woods. 80% shot for Minnesotans to pull about 2 to 4 for most towns and 3 to 6 up the North Shore end near the border. And that, like I mentioned, gives way towards sunnier skies and cooler conditions on Wednesday, 0 for the low, 10 above for the high. Then we go towards 10 below Thursday all the way through Sunday, Briggs. A few more snow chances peppered into that deal. Then, when the new year hits, we finally start to warm up just a little bit. And by January standards, a warm-up means 13 above for the high after a low of only 5 below.
Yeah, a good reminder, too, as we head toward later in the week, if you have plans for New Year's, you're going to want to adjust based on those cold temperatures.
Yep.
Yeah, make sure you...
Stay safe, take it easy, drive cautiously.
Absolutely. All good reminders this time of year.
Rides.
Thanks, Dave. The National Weather Service has now confirmed a rare December windstorm spawned 8 tornadoes across west central Wisconsin. The December 15th storm swept across multiple states. The storm produced 3 EF2 tornadoes, 3 EF1 tornadoes, and 2 EF0 tornadoes. The EF2s touched down in Clark County and in Stanley, which is in Chippewa and Clark counties. Here's a look at the damage there. The communities are still cleaning up. Well, it's that time of the show now where we get to talk about adoptable pets. And today's pet comes to us from Northwoods Humane Society in Hayward. Today is for the cats, or, well, kittens, that is. The shelter says they currently have a lot of kittens in all colors and sizes that are looking for loving homes. All the kittens are up to date on their vaccinations, and they're ready to go home with you. If you'd like to set up an appointment to adopt a new kitten, then you can call the number on your screen. Still to come, a bird's eye view of 2021. We'll take a look back at the past year from the view of our drone after the break.
At Hannah Johnson Fabrics, we put love, creativity, and talent into everything that we make. Check out our beautiful selection of fabrics and materials, and our fabulous team can help you find the perfect materials for your project. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and tune in to our Facebook Lives on Thursday nights. Happy holidays from all of us at Hannah Johnson Fabrics. Stop in today or shop online at hannahjohnsonfabrics.com.
I'm telling you, you should open a business.
I wouldn't know where to begin.
I've got an idea.
I hope you like it.
I love it. Just one question. What's that?
It's a chair. New plan. You make the furniture, I make the ideas, NBC makes them happen.
That was always the plan.
Bring us your best ideas. National Bank of Commerce. We make more possible.
Little one, you're gonna grow, and then you're gonna go. And I'll be waiting for you back home. So many little things I wanna say, but I know, yes I know you'll be okay. I know, yes I know you'll be okay. Yes I know you'll be okay.
Doesn't really matter who you are, where you do you live. You have to any family.
People reach a crisis moment and they don't see any other way out.
Suicide is the 4th leading cause of death for people ages 25 to 34. People struggle with it every day.
Hi, I'm Representative Tom Tiffany. If you or your loved one struggles with their mental health and or thoughts of suicide, no, you are not alone. Reach out for help and talk to someone.
This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
We're getting the band back together.
I'm just so excited to be back with Kristen on the anchor desk. It's been so long, but it feels like it's been no time at all.
Yeah.
I feel like we just have a great connection, and
having someone come onto the show who loves the area as much as I do, who knows the area as well as I do, like she's from here. I mean, it's the perfect fit.
Live local to a T.
Watch Kristen and Briggs at 5 and 6 p.m.
Dear Lifehouse, when people ask who raised me, I say you.
I was homeless, lost, and alone.
You helped me find my way.
You helped me up.
I started to believe someone could love me.
I'm doing things I never thought I could.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lifehouse has been rooted in hope for 30 years, with a mission to reconnect homeless and street youth to their dreams. We never give up on our youth, ever.
When you watch CBS3, you get up-to-date team coverage. Online, on your phone, and on the air.
6 o'clock this evening as we enter the overnight hour.
Right down to your neighborhood. For local weather coverage you can trust, tune to CBS3.
Over the last year, we've taken you high above the Northland, all thanks to our CBS3 drone. Our chief photographer, Wyatt Buckner, compiled some of the year's most picturesque moments.
We've got a lot of news to cover tonight. The CDC updating isolation guidelines for vaccinated Americans testing positive for COVID. What you and your family need to know. Plus, the travel nightmare continues this holiday season. More than 1,000 flights canceled today. What some airlines are now doing to try to get healthy crew members on board flights. And an update tonight on an inspiring South Carolina mechanic fixing up cars to give away for free. Coming up on the CBS Evening News.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Pharmacies, keeping things safe, simple, and convenient through mail, local delivery, drive-through, and curbside pickup services.
Eric Paulson here from Discover Wisconsin. Join me and the rest of the crew every week on this station for all things Wisconsin. Continue the adventure on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and discoverwisconsin.com. And don't forget to subscribe to the Cabin Podcast, available wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.
Not all internet is created equal. I know, because I'm a MediaCom engineer. And we've been building our network for more than 20 years. Today it runs coast to coast with more than 650,000 miles of fiber. So unlike those smaller networks, if there's an internet issue, we can reroute your connection and keep you running. Plus, we have direct roads to your online destinations, so you get the content and data you want faster. Not all internet is created equal. That's why more homes and businesses choose MediaCom.
School visits are an important part of kind of being part of the community outside of the TV station here. When I was in 6th grade, that's when I learned meteorology was it for me. Being on the other side of that now, for me being able to kind of pursue that, it's important for me to then be able to get back into the community. If I can go into a classroom and get just one person who was interested, or just one person who, you know, leaves there knowing like, wow, I learned something new today. For me, I did my job, and that means a lot to me.
Watch meteorologist Caitlin Moffett weekdays at 5 a.m.
I'm Nora O'Donnell in our nation's capital. We're here at the White House with the President of the United States.
Thanks for having me.
Our exclusive access to the presidential platform. We will witness yet another moment in history.
The CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell from Washington, D.C.
If you're buzzed and doing this to make yourself feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive.
Welcome back to the CBS3 News, live at 5. Here's a live look from Canal Park on this Monday evening. Let's take a look back at today's top story and see what's coming up at 6. Tonight at 5, we brought you the latest on snow conditions around the city. Duluth did not declare a snow emergency for today's storm, saying they had enough plowing staff on hand to keep the main roads clear. Per their protocol, plows will switch to residential streets once the snow stops falling. Dave, when is the snow going to stop falling?
Well, for some of our towns, it may be as early as 6 o'clock. And for others, it may push towards midnight. But hopefully by 12:01, we're doing all right. Let's get a look at our extended forecast, because this isn't our only dance here with snow. It comes back tomorrow afternoon, 80% shot for more of it. This time, I think most of us will manage about 2 to 4 inches rather than 6 to 12 plus. But another round could be with us Thursday with some follow-up on Saturday. And once we get past today into tomorrow, things will start to cool down a little bit. Tuesday's still on the mild side, but we get chilly Wednesday, at least through Sunday.
That's your news at 5. The CBS Evening News is next. We'll see you back here at 6.